Hello everybody, this is David with Shelbyville Now, and we're going to be having another episode here of Talking Politics. Today we have with us Mr. Chase Matheson. Chase has been a citizen of Bedford County for 2 years now, is that correct?
Sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'm going to call you a newcomer just like we did Brian Brenton the other day. So we've talked to him, and now we're talking to you as a relatively new citizen of Bedford County. And the way I came across you was on Facebook. You had participated in some of the polls that we put on Facebook, and I've seen some of your comments and some of the stance you've taken, and it's pretty clear that you have a conservative viewpoint.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Definitely lean more to the right.
Lean to the right.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I still am independent on some issues, but I'm small government.
Okay. All right. So since you said that, let's just let you define what being a conservative means to you. What is it to you?
I think over the last 10 years, the definition of conservative has changed dramatically. 10 years ago, the Conservative Party was more of the party of stricter social regulations and looser business regulations. Over the last 10 years, I think the Conservative Party has moved a lot more to the limited government position, just small government all around, fiscally responsible, and stay out of everyone's business. So
Okay. All right. So I think that most people that view or say they're conservatives have that view. And
Yes,
and I think you fit right into what the conservative is. So when you do take a stand like you have on Facebook or Twitter, or mainly on Facebook,
Yes,
I've seen
sir.
you there, and you've had some strong opinions about things and have voiced those opinions, you come up against certain factions. You have consequences to deal with. You get into a little bit of a war with people. The left doesn't want to hear this, and they're going to fight you at all fronts. And you just experienced something like that. Could you tell us what happened to you?
yes, since I became vocal about my opinion here over the last 6 months, I've received everything from death threats to being signed up for gay dating apps and adult toy websites, and all the way down to the local level where I was censored and banned from the local county government page and the EMA page.
Okay, what in the world did you do to cause that?
Back in March, I raised some questions regarding the closure of some storm shelters due to COVID-19. At the time, we had 0 active cases, but we shut down storm shelters. Living in a mobile home myself, I was concerned. I volunteered to run one of the storm shelters if they were short on staff, and I was never contacted. I was never emailed, messaged, never had a carrier pigeon sent my way, and I found out that I was blocked shortly after.
Okay, so they just shut you down.
Deleted my comments and everything.
So you were in Facebook jail for that page.
For that page.
And didn't know it.
And
for a while.
absolutely.
Okay, so that meant you couldn't comment anymore. None of your posts could be seen on that.
Couldn't be seen. I couldn't interact. And if someone shared it, like for like a storm warning or a county commissioner's meeting, unless I looked for that post directly, it would never pop up on my timeline. So I was blissfully unaware of anything going on at the local level.
Okay, so you came up against this. What have you done to try to get back in?
I'm very opinionated, and over the last few months I've had a little extra free time, so I've been making videos on YouTube. So I made a video showing the screenshots and the decision by the U.S. Fourth Circuit Court of Appeals, showing what had happened to me and how I was unlawfully censored. And I sent this video to the mayor, neighboring mayors, state representatives, senators, county commissioners, the head of local GOP, and several other news agencies.
Okay.
Once they became aware of that, I did finally get an email response telling me that they would look into it and they were going to discuss things with their attorneys. In the meantime, I filed 7 Freedom of Information Act requests trying to find out what kind of checks and balances are in place when they're censoring people and blocking people on these pages. The FOIA requests all came back with the same answer. No such records exist. They don't even know who moderates their Facebook pages. There's no records of who moderates them. And I have been unbanned from one of the 2 county pages, still pending a statement from the mayor's office.
Okay. All right, so you have taken action to try to get back to where you can share your opinions on this particular
Yes,
page. Well, this is just an example of what happens when you do come out with strong opinions, and especially a conservative opinion.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have those types of obstacles in your place. So hearing what you've done, maybe it's encouraged somebody out there to take the same type of action. Going forward, and if you just look at our country as a whole right now, I think it's time for conservatives to take a stand against what's taking place. How do you view what's taking place right now across the country?
It is an Orwellian nightmare. If you've ever read the book 1984 by George Orwell, we are living in an eerily parallel universe to that. They are trying to control what we see in terms of the news, what opinions we're allowed to hold and voice publicly. And the best thing about America, like, I'm a dual citizen. The best thing about America is it's the last place on earth you're allowed to have an opinion. And we need to make sure that we keep that, because without it, there's no hope left.
I agree. So when you do come out with these opinions, expect a battle.
Yes.
That's just part of it. Well, Chase, we appreciate you coming and
Thank
telling
you for
us your
having me.
story. Hopefully down the road we can sit back down and talk about some more issues, more specific, but I'm going to toss one to you right now.
Okay.
I'm going to do a poll, and it might already be posted now, but I'm going to ask you personally. In your opinion, should we reopen America's economy and go back to life as it was before COVID?
100%. We should have never shut the economy down. According to calculus, if you slow the spread or flatten the curve, you don't save a single life or prevent a single infection. You just shift it along the x-axis, delaying the inevitable.
Okay, so your answer to that is yes, we should open.
We should open up immediately.
I think a lot of people share that same view. Hopefully we see that soon. Chase, again, thanks for coming.
Thank you, sir,
And
for having me.
thanks, guys, for watching, and we'll be back soon.